I will show a little bit, a little demo of the Wolftech news system. I will show how you go from the idea phase through producing, adding content, collaborating on the news story, and then how you will then publish it at the end into multiple what they call publishing points. So this is the home screen that the user will see. When they log in, they will see their content. These are stories they have made, stories they have been assigned to as the owner of. On the top left, they will see news stories that are the top stories across the whole organization. And here they will see stories in their own department, so stories that their colleagues are working on. Up here is blank right now, but here you will get for your assignments. So if you have been assigned to various stories, you will get them up here for today, and up there you will see the future assignments you will have. When you create, or when you want to create a story and work on it, you will have the possibility to even start as a pitch and then have that as just a general idea, or you can start from a feed and then work on a source for your story. So in this case, in our system, we can have integration with all sorts of feeds. Could be RSS feeds, could be wire feeds like AP. In this case, we have a bunch of feeds from our partners at Data Miner that collect all sorts of sources to find these live breaking news events across the world. So I can take one of these. It will already have a location tag to it that we will later use for our own story. And I will hit the plus button. Now this will fill out some of these items. You can change them. And you hit the add button, and now you have a story. This is a story view where you'll be working in the system. You will see already we have some data associated with the story from this feed we got. But now you will begin to add content. You can add, upload pictures and videos and documents to the board. So this is like the Dropbox of the story. You will start adding text content, background information, and you will, of course, add people to work on the story. So in the beginning, you may want to add some researchers, other things into the story. You can just book them directly, which is one way of booking people, or you can request people. So let's say I want to request a camera, for instance. Now we have already a location here. To request people and equipment to a location, you need to, some customers like to go through what they call a risk assessment. So they just need to find and fill out this assessment form to make sure the safety is preserved for people who are sent out in the field. So let's say in this case we want a reporter. This is a request, so now I'm sending a request to the booking system for a reporter, but it's not been assigned yet. I can also ask for a camera for this story, and I will fill out meeting point. And now I have a couple of requests for a reporter and a camera, and this is now sent over to the booking department. So the booking department will get this list of requests coming in, and down here you will see these two requests. So you will click here, and it will filter out all of the reporters that are available. In this case, there weren't any reporters in this specific example, but for cameras, it will show the cameras across the different offices or departments you have selected you want a camera for, and you can just drag out the request. So if I now drag this request to this camera, we have assigned this camera. And if I open the story again, this is actually booking a Sony camera, like the IBC XT cam. With the Sony integration we will be able to get a lot of metadata from the camera when it's assigned to a story. So in this case, you can see the camera we have here at the stand is providing live information and data and a preview to the story. And you can see that straight in the story with a constantly updating preview, including a lot of information about the metadata. You can also go in and see incoming clips from the camera when it's booked on the story. So in this case, the camera operator can select and see the story they are working on. Every clip that is recorded will be uploaded into the story, and you can find this list on the right, left. And then you can take the clips you want to work further with and drag them, and then you will get the possibility to work further on these clips and later publish using those clips. Of course, you may want to have other information on your story. You may want to look for other feed items that are relevant. You can find all of that using what you call a hunter. So if you find relevant information, you will just drag it and it will be associated with the story immediately. We can also find items using our MAM search, so this will connect to various MAM providers and let you add content from a MAM to the story and associate that with the story. Once you have been working on a story, adding content, collaborating, in here you will be able to collaborate with people in their own text boxes. You can add, you can chat. That's a very function we have been working on for a while now. And you will be able to, they will be able to get the message on their mobile phone that have been mentioned on the story. They will be able to jump straight into the story. And so if I mention my boss Arna, I will tell him to, he will get a notification on his mobile, he can jump straight into the story and collaborate with me on the story. At some point you will want to publish your story, then you will go through what we call a publishing point. So one story can have multiple outlets, and these could be regular TV broadcasts using a rundown, and you can have multiple of these on a story, or you can go to a CMS or social media. You can add multiple publishing points, and when you are in a publishing point, you can add people directly to the publishing point if you want to, or you can fill out these templates, adding information from the story into that will be part of publishing. For instance, if you want an image, you can add that from the board and drag an image into the here, and you can prepare your publishing for whatever source you're publishing to. And then we will go through this phase, multiple phases, and then it will be possible to publish at the end of it. In this case, the integration wasn't quite rare. We have many other views there. I can show a very important one is the plan view. This is where we will be able to see across the organization everything that's happening. So let's say I want to see, maybe as a general person, I will see what's happening in all departments across the whole organization. I will be able to see it here. These views are very customizable, so I can see everything that's happening, for instance, in the sports department, for my news channel. All of these views you will be able to see here and go through. And in this case, you can also move content through various phases. So you will go through all of these steps while you are. In this case, I was not allowed to move it here because it needs approval. So we have a lot of permissions built into the system, and to handle all of these various cases that our users need.